All right, I had a question about essays in nursing school, and I'm going to answer the question. I'm going to. However, I'll say this: I went to community college or junior college. My degree is not a BS, so when it came to essays, my essays weren't really like what you get in high school. I would assume if you need like an essay question, talk to Arian Scrub. He has a graduate degree. He's working on nurse practitioner. Or maybe he's completed it by now. But he's got the BSN. So I would reach out to him, and he'll actually answer your questions. I've even asked him questions, and he's answered me questions. Anyways, back to essays in nursing school. And like I said, I went to community college. So my essays were not based upon what you think they would be based upon. My essays were definitely not graded on grammar or punctuation. They were more graded upon knowledge and critical thinking skills. And so our essay we would get like a case study. That's what they called it, was a case study. And our essay would be, you may have a snenario. Say, for instance, they give you a question or a scenario saying, I'm going to use myself as an example, mid-30s white man comes into the ED complaining of chest pain. What do you do? And you would go through the steps of, complaining of chest pain, and you would write down your critically thinking skills, sort of in like a story form. So, for instance, it would say, verify the patient is the patient, number one. Ask the patient name and birthday. After I ask the patient their name and their birthday, I would ask the patient location of pain. If you're saying complaining of chest pain, is that over your heart? Is that over your ribs? Is that somewhere, did you get hit with something? And I would write all this, sort of like a story form. And, I would eventually talk about vitals, and I would talk about notifying the physician of findings, pain scale, things like that. So that was like a case study. And then we also got case studies on disease processes, which again, you had to write kind of in story form, and not really graded on punctuation or grammar. So let's just say one week I drew small cell carcinoma, which I did actually draw one week. And we kind of drew ours out of a hat, if you'll say. It's not really how we did it. The instructor just kind of picked us and said, Chris, you've got small cell carcinoma. So I would have small cell carcinoma, and I would talk about the causes of small cell carcinoma, prevention of small cell carcinoma, the death rate, the living rate, the treatment, how to treat, how long treatment lasts. And so it really wasn't an essay, so to speak. Like I said, it was just kind of a story that we would write, and you would kind of tell this story as you were the nurse on the unit. So you would say, as the nurse on the unit with a patient with small cell carcinoma, I would always check respirations, I would always check pulse ox, I would always check, and you would just kind of name off what you would do, and that was really kind of the extent of your essay. And like I said, they weren't really graded on grammar, they weren't really graded on punctuation or anything like that. However, like I said before, if you want a good or better than myself BSN person to kind of answer this question, check out Arian Scrub. He's great. He does videos like this also, and he'll answer your questions. But he has the BSN. I don't. Like I said, I went to community college, and ours were just kind of stories that we told. So I kind of hope I answered your question, but I really feel like I didn't answer your question. If I didn't even hit the mark, let me know. But that's the best way I can describe essays in nursing school. So, hope it helps. If I just confused the fool out of you, I'm sorry. Thank you much.